Welcome to the next review. Sleeping Dogs. Welcome to the next review. Welcome to the next review. Madness, everyone. What is Sleeping Dogs? What's good about Sleeping Dogs? What's bad about Sleeping Dogs? Should you play Sleeping Dogs? Are you a sleeping dog? These are all great questions that trouble the minds of philosophers across the world. So let's get started. The setting of Sleeping Dogs. It's set, I'm talking about Sleeping Dogs here, it's set in Hong Kong, which is a nice change from the usual American cities these kind of open world games usually use. But luckily for Americans, they do speak American in Hong Kong, so we still get to hear Americans. Yay. They don't speak English, no, they speak American. But they also speak Cantonese, so it's a bit more interesting. And luckily there are subtitles, so you don't have to wonder what they're saying if you don't speak Cantonese. So what's the best thing about the story? Basically they've got really good they've got like actors and stuff, voice acting and motion capture and all that good stuff, so it's like a cinematic, you get me, cinematic story. It's pretty interesting, you know. You get to know the characters, some of them anyway. Some of them are kind of throwaway characters, but there's a lot of good proper depth characters, deep characters I should say, and you're like, yeah, this character's cool. Oh no, something's bad's happening now. I feel the sads for the character. So yeah, that's pretty good, yeah. Then what else can I come on to about the kind of not gameplay side, the music, yeah. So like most open world games, there's like a radio kind of system. So when you're driving in your car, you can choose your radio, different kind of setting, like classical, metal, dance, whatever. There's some nice regional things in there, like Hong Kong kind of music, which is cool. They're not just like randomly using this setting and not actually getting any of their cultural stuff in there. So that's good. And another thing, what they did really well, what I think, is when you get in a car for like a mission, push it on it puts it on the radio and like the right station and a good song for that mission. Like, so it feels like it's still part of just the radio system, but actually it's the music for that mission, which is cool. You can still change it, but whatever. Like, that's pretty good, yeah. So that's the background of the themes of the game, story, music, all that kind of stuff. So let's go on to the gameplay, yeah. Why am I talking a stupid voice? I don't know. It's talking a normal voice now. So it's not a normal voice, yeah it is. What are you saying about my voice, man? What are you saying? Apparently my voice isn't normal. Oh, don't know what I can say to that. So combat. Don't say so. Stop saying so. Moving on to the combat. It's mainly based around martial arts. You know, in kind of GTA it's like, yeah, guns, weapons, yeah. This is more martial arts, and as I said before, motion capture makes it very smooth and realistic and all that kind of stuff. So it works really well. It's really nice to play. It's lots of variety, but it's too easy really. That's the negative. There's a system where you can counter your opponents, and when they glow red you just press Y, or wherever the button is for PC. Well, I'll play it on PC but with a controller. You just press Y and they don't do any damage, and you punch them, and you basically just wait for them to do that and then counter punch them a few times and then do it again, and you win like every single fight in the game. So that's kind of a bit easy, but it's still fun. There's also gun combat, which is less frequent than the fisticuffs, but also very smooth. Got your cover and all that kind of stuff. Slow-mo, shooting, blah blah blah. Nice. The gun combat's more like kind of nice set pieces rather than just running around shooting people randomly. Locations. It's an open world game, so as you expect, there's a few locations. There's 4 main areas. It's all in a city. It's Hong Kong after all. It's an island. There is a little island off to the side which you go to once, which is kind of interesting. But locations are all fairly good. The one gripe I have with that is it's kind of all on the edge of the island, so if you want to go from one side of the end to the other, you can't just go across the middle. You have to drive all the way around the side, which takes forever. But luckily for all us people who don't like driving, there's fast travel in the game, which is taxis. so you can just use taxis to get around the place. It just takes you there. Unfortunately, you can't do that when you're on a mission, so if you have to travel like 200 miles, that's a massive exaggeration. If you have to travel 2 miles while on a mission, it takes a while, but yeah, you usually have a companion in your car with you who says some stuff which you can listen to. So what about how much playtime is there on this? Well, for me it took about 15 hours. I didn't do much of the side content. I basically just did the story. There's a lot of side missions which they basically let you level up you have three things you can level up, and side missions level up one of them, which gives you various benefits in the game. And there's a lot of collectible kind of things which give you money or new fighting moves and various things which you can collect, which means there's probably a good like 30 hours in the game, something like that. I think there's DLC. I don't have the DLC though, so I can't really comment on that, but the story itself is very engrossing, you know. What makes you want to play more, find out what happens, and it's good gameplay as well. Driving works. Lots of handbrake turns. You basically spend the entire time doing handbrake turns. That's Sleeping Dogs. It's a good game. Yeah, it's worth the time. It's usually on sale for like £5 on Steam, which is a very good deal. Definitely worth the money just to play through. I mean, even if you just do the story and not the side missions, it's still 16 hours of good gameplay. So this was Cowplays with a review of Sleeping Dogs, and I hope it's good enough that you're not sleeping, dog. Oh yeah!